claim from inside the Grizzlies organization is raising serious questions about Ja Morant. Questions the NBA never wanted fans asking.
Me personally, I feel mentally good that I haven't, been in, many years. I'm in a space where I'm, very comfortable. I was constantly, talking to therapists. I've been doing, Reiki treatment. I've been doing anxiety breathing, different stuff to, help me manage that and, release, all that stuff from my body.
Was he really removed after a failed test? And what was happening behind closed doors with his own teammates? And this isn't the first time testing has quietly followed Ja Morant's name. According to league insiders, Morant has been subject to multiple tests in the past, standard NBA protocol after prior incidents. But the difference this time is the allegation that a failed test may have direct triggered internal disciplinary action. The NBA hasn't confirmed it. Memphis hasn't denied it. And that silence is exactly what's fueling the fire. This is about a 25-year-old superstar making $40 million a year who has completely isolated himself from the people he's supposed to lead. The coaching staff called him out. His teammates don't trust him anymore. He doubled down, pulled away from everyone, and now Memphis is actively trying to trade their franchise player because the situation is beyond repair.
Charania is reporting that the Grizzlies are entertaining offers for Ja Morant. Multiple teams are pursuing the two-time All-Star. Injuries and suspensions have caused Morant to miss 106 games since 2023.
November 1st, 2025. Grizzlies just lost to the Lakers, and something felt off the entire game. Ja only scored 8 points and looked completely checked out. While his team was fighting on the court, cameras caught him standing on the sidelines far away from his teammates, isolated like he didn't even want to be there.
I'm disrespectful just as like they disrespectful. That's why you see I threw that ball in the air. I asked for the ball. That was our goal, come in and, win games on the road and have their fans go home mad. So
Blake Griffin was calling the game on Prime Video, and he didn't hold back. After the game, reporters tried to get answers from Ja about what happened. His response was ice cold and telling when asked about his performance. Then he told reporters to go ask the coaching staff when they pressed him for more details.
You feel like you should play more?
Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
That's not frustration. That's a player who's done with his team and doesn't care who knows it. Here's what actually went down behind closed doors, and ESPN's Shams Charania broke it all open. After that Lakers loss, head coach Thomas Izolo pulled Ja aside and challenged him directly about his leadership and effort. This wasn't a gentle conversation. The coach questioned whether Ja was even trying, whether he cared about being a leader for this team. Ja's response: he came back at the coach in a tone the organization deemed inappropriate. We don't have the exact words from that exchange, but whatever Ja said was bad enough that the Grizzlies suspended him for 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. Coach Izolo addressed the media after the suspension and kept it diplomatic, but you could read between the lines.
No Ja Morant today, and I was just wondering what went into the decision organizationally to suspend him for today.
I mean, the organization made a decision that aligns with our standards, and rest of the group, we are fully focused on the Raptors today and then look forward to Ja rejoining the team and moving on.
Translation: we had to discipline our franchise player because he crossed a line we couldn't ignore. Around the same time as the Lakers loss, multiple reports began circulating that Morant had been asked to submit to an internal test, something the league does routinely, especially when a player is already under scrutiny. What makes this situation different is the allegation that the test didn't come back clean and that the result never reached the public because the Grizzlies chose internal discipline over a league-wide announcement. No official suspension was listed under policy. No press release followed, but insiders claim this was the final straw that pushed the organization from concern into damage control mode. If true, it explains why the response from Memphis was so sudden, so quiet, and so decisive. Fast forward to January 2026, and things got even uglier. Audio leaked from a Grizzlies practice showing Ja in a heated argument with teammate Vince Williams Jr. And what came out of Ja's mouth confirmed what everyone suspected. Let that sink in. Your franchise player, the guy making max money, the face of your organization, is telling his own teammates he doesn't mess with them. This isn't trash talk during a competitive drill. This is genuine animosity spilling out because the relationship between Ja and his locker room is completely broken. Sources close to the situation revealed that Ja has felt isolated from his teammates ever since that November suspension. After the coaching staff called him out and the organization disciplined him publicly, Ja pulled away from everyone.
You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to see from you?
No.
Why not?
what can be done to get it back?
We'll see.
Instead of trying to rebuild trust and prove he's the leader Memphis needs, he's shut down emotionally and distanced himself from the entire team. And now, here's where it gets really messy.
Like, it's something that is kind of concerning for him over his time period there, making off-the-court decisions, gun issues, regardless of whether you think he's right or wrong with the gestures. These are problems, and I think his value is still high. He is box office. I think there are franchises out there that will give up a boatload of assets for Ja Morant.
The Memphis Grizzlies are quietly listening to trade offers for Ja Morant. The Miami Heat have emerged as a potential landing spot, and league insiders are saying the Grizzlies are actually open to moving him if the right deal comes along. Think about that. Just 2 years ago, Ja was one of the most exciting young stars in the entire league.
Let's talk about Ja Morant. Should the Grizzlies trade him this offseason? If I were Zach Kleiman in Memphis, I would highly consider it.
He was the face of Grit and Grind 2.0, leading Memphis back to relevance, dunking on everyone, and looking like the next generation's superstar point guard. Now, his own team wants him gone because the locker room is poisoned, and he can't get along with anyone. A reporter recently asked Ja about his future with the Grizzlies, and his two-word response said everything. Who knows? That's not a franchise player committed to building something special in Memphis.
You think you have a good relationship with the franchise?
Yeah.
In general?
Yeah. They told y'all that, right?
That's a guy who's already mentally checked out and waiting for the exit door to open. Here's the part that makes this whole situation even darker. This isn't Ja's first major behavioral issue with the Grizzlies or the league. Back in March 2023, he was accused of beating up a 17-year-old boy and pointing a gun at him during an encounter. That same year, he was caught on Instagram Live flashing a gun at a nightclub not once, but twice.
Memphis star Ja Morant, who will be suspended for 8 games. He is eligible to return to play on Monday, March 20th. This was just announced by the NBA. That means that the 6 games including tonight, that he has already missed and been away from the team as the league was investigating an incident where he appeared to flash a gun on social media in a Denver nightclub. Those 6 games will count towards his total 8-game suspension. So
the NBA suspended him for 25 games for conduct detrimental to the league. After that suspension, Ja went to a counseling program in Florida and met with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in New York. He apologized publicly, said all the right things about changing his behavior and becoming a better leader, and came back looking like he understood the seriousness of what happened.
You've never apologized to Joshua?
No.
If he were here right now, you'd apologize to him, wouldn't you?
Probably not. I was protecting myself.
But clearly, nothing actually changed. The same patterns are repeating. The same conflicts with authority are showing up. The same isolation from teammates is happening again. So, where does this leave Memphis?
If I was at the Grizzlies press conference, this is the #1 question I would be asking. I'd be asking, do you intend to extend Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., both of whom are extension eligible this summer? Are you going to try to, is that what you're doing now, or are you pivoting the franchise?
They've got a franchise player making max money who doesn't want to be there, teammates who don't trust him, and a coaching staff he's already disrespected publicly. The locker room is toxic, the chemistry is destroyed, and every game that goes by with Ja still in a Grizzlies uniform makes it worse. The organization tried to handle this quietly. They suspended him for 1 game, hoped it would blow over, and expected Ja to fall in line. Instead, he doubled down on the isolation, got into it with teammates at practice, and basically forced Memphis's hand. Now they're stuck trying to trade a superstar whose value is tanking because everyone around the league can see the same red flags.
And then do you think that you will be with the team past the trade deadline?
I'm the only one you asked that question to?
Oh, no, but I mean,
Who
you're
else you
in front
got?
of the microphone too.
Who else you asked?
Miami might take a chance on him. The Heat have always believed they can fix damaged stars with their culture and leadership. But even Pat Riley has to be asking himself if Ja Morant is worth a risk when he's shown repeatedly that he can't control his emotions, can't accept coaching, and can't build relationships with the people around him. The saddest part about all of this, it didn't have to happen this way. Ja Morant had everything: the talent, the platform, the fan support, the max contract, the chance to be Memphis's greatest player since the franchise moved from Vancouver.
The Grizzlies have to trade Ja. It comes back to, is there somebody who will take Ja Morant? Like we talked about with the Trae Young situation, there are very few teams that need a point guard. There are very few teams that can take on a $40 million salary. There are even fewer teams that can do both.
And he's throwing it all away because he can't get out of his own way. ESPN wrote a feature called Then the Alligators Got Him about Ja's 18-month downfall, and the title couldn't be more perfect. The swamp pulled him under, not because of bad luck or unfair treatment, but because of choices he kept making over and over again. The Grizzlies gave him every chance to turn it around. The NBA gave him a path back after the gun incident. His teammates wanted to believe in him. His coaches tried to hold him accountable. And instead of rising to meet those opportunities, Ja pushed everyone away and isolated himself until there was nothing left to salvage.
Memphis is a town, but it's probably more important to send him to a smaller market just so he can focus like those dudes down at OKC just focus on basketball.
Now the leaked audio, the trade rumors, and the locker room dysfunction are all anyone talks about when they mention Ja Morant. That's the legacy he's building, not the incredible dunks, not the playoff heroics, not the excitement he brought to Memphis. Just the chaos, the immaturity, and the complete inability to be the leader everyone needed him to be. If you're shocked by how fast this all fell apart, drop a comment with your thoughts. Do you think Miami can fix him, or is Ja's career heading for a complete disaster? Hit subscribe because we're staying on top of every twist in this Grizzlies meltdown.